everyone, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today I have some more Star Wars Egg Force to review for you. This is Boba Fett and Yoda, and these are in the tradition of transforming eggs that are very popular in Japan. They have Godzilla eggs, they have Ultraman eggs, they have wild eggs, which were dinosaurs, they have other Disney characters. It's a thing in Japan. I think they're personally awesome. I love them. And I've reviewed several of these before. I have a whole playlist of eggs if you want to check out some more of these. But we're going to take a look today at Boba Fett and Yoda. Yoda, in my opinion, just from the box art, looks a little weird. But Boba Fett, I think, looks pretty awesome. Here's a little quick look at the back of the packaging here. They have Yoda using some Force Lightning, which doesn't make sense because only Sith use Force Lightning. But what are you going to do? We'll go ahead, we'll get these guys out of the packaging, and we'll take a closer look. Up first, we'll be taking a look at Yoda. And you can see here, he comes in his robe. His transformation is very simplistic. You're going to kind of pull the hands out. And then this top part is going to fold down, and the head will rotate out. Close it back up, and then the feet just kind of pop down. He's not really much taller with the feet deployed, or without the feet deployed. It just kind of helps him stand. But overall, I think he looks pretty good. I mean, the detail on the face is nice. It's painted very well. I really like the eyes. I think they look pretty good. Also, he kind of looks like he can put his hands in his pockets, which kind of makes me laugh. Just kind of walking down the street with his hands in his pocket, looking sad. He definitely is a little bulbous because of the egg design. Like, he looks a little too wide at the bottom, but overall I think he looks pretty good. He does come with his lightsaber, which is a really nice touch. Simply painted, but the green of the blade looks nice. You can see he's got a little peg hole right there on his hand, and a little peg on the lightsaber. So you just go ahead, pop it in, and he's ready to do battle. Now unfortunately it does kind of point to the ground. There's not much more you can tilt it to the, that's about as high, as elevated as you can get. And the arms don't really have any articulation, so you'd have to make him jump around like in the movie and do some crazy battling. But overall, I think it's a pretty nice job. I really do like the job with the head. I think it's painted very nice and looks very sharp. And I think the inclusion of the lightsaber is a really awesome touch. Last but certainly not least, we have Boba Fett. Again, I think the attention to detail with the paint is very nice. The chest is done very well. Very simplistic transformation, very similar to any other kind of humanoid eggs we've seen in the past. Pull the arms out a little bit, legs will flip forward, and then the knees will also flip forward to extend the legs. Come around to the back, and he's got his little cape. Oh, I'm going to have to zoom out here. It's too tall. There we go. You can see the cape on the back. I think that's a nice little touch. He always has that cape he kind of wears to the side, and he flipped this up, and you can see, and I'll try to zoom in a bit, you can see that the backpack is kind of molded into his back here, and then he has the little missile that extends out. So I think that's a pretty nice touch. And then you open up the chest and then flip the head out. Very simple. Close it back up. And it appears that his cape fell out. You just peg that right back in. No big problem there. Very simple. But I think he looks great. I would have loved the inclusion of a blaster or some kind of weapon for him to wield as well. Like Yoda got the lightsaber, but I understand. There's no peg holes or any way for it to connect to his hand anyway, so I'm assuming that's why it wasn't done. But I think it's a nice job. The paint's very sharp, the colors look good, it definitely invokes Boba Fett, and I love the fact that they even put the missile and the molded the backpack here on the back, since that's a very iconic part of his uniform. His Mandalorian armor, as it were. But yeah, I definitely think he's pretty cool, and I even like the inclusion of the cape. Just because that's also part of his, uniform armor. So I think that's pretty nice. I think they did a great job with him. So I think these two are a lot of fun. I think Boba Fett might be the better out of the two as far as design goes. But Yoda does look good, and I love that they included his lightsaber. I think that's a really nice touch, and he looks great wielding it. So I highly recommend both of these. I picked them up on HobbyLink Japan. It's HLJ.com. They have all the transforming eggs. That's usually where I get them from because for some reason not a lot of places carry them. Ami might have them. I don't think CS Toys does. But there's probably other online retailers that sell Japanese toys that might have them. I just know Hobby Link's where I usually get them from, and they usually have them. So if you're interested in these, there were also a Darth Vader, R2, C-3PO, and Stormtrooper that came out earlier. I also reviewed them, so take a look at my eggs playlist if you want to check out those or any of the other transforming egg toy reviews that I've done. Otherwise, I think that's... I don't know if there's any more Star Wars ones announced so far. These are the only two that I know of. But I'm wrong. There are actually 3 for The Force Awakens. A Kylo Ren, I think a Captain Phasma, and a First Order Stormtrooper. So it looks like they're starting with the Neo Empire, or whatever the new regime is called. I haven't seen the movie, obviously. It's not out yet. I'm hoping that if they do well, they'll continue, and we'll get probably a Finn, a Rey, Poe Dameron. There's other characters, obviously, if they want to do some of the older... Still haven't seen like a Chewie or anything like that yet, so hoping they eventually get to some of the classic characters as well. But let me know what you guys think about these in the comments below. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the Egg Force Boba Fett and Yoda. And thank you so much for watching.